Hello, good afternoon everyone, and welcome to the live Cup of Calm, where we are here all about inspiration, all about bringing self-empowerment and helping you provide some support, some tips, some strategies. And today we have a really lovely guest. Now this guest, her name is Linda. Now Linda, who I had the honour of meeting only just recently, and her story really inspired me, and I wanted to share this with you all because there is a lot of people out there that's currently going through all kinds of stress, of anxiety, and I really feel that Linda's story will really help inspire you regardless of what you're going through. And without further ado, please help me welcome Linda. So welcome Linda on the Cup of Calm.
Hello,
We've got our cups
good
of
afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. How was your day today?
Oh, it was great. Yeah, no, we had a good day today. Work was great. So yeah, no dramas.
Nice.
Yeah.
So for those people who don't know you, so tell us about Linda. Who's Linda?
Well, I'm 50 years old. Been married for 26 years. We've got 3 lovely girls. One's 23, 21 and 16. We own our own business. We've got a mechanical business in Ashmore, which we started from scratch, just my husband and I, and now our older daughter Hannah works for us, and we've got a couple of employees. So that keeps us pretty busy.
Amazing, amazing. And you've moved from New Zealand. You're originally from New Zealand.
Yes. We moved over about 12 years ago.
Nice.
Which was incredibly challenging for me. It took my husband about 14 years to convince me to move.
Wow.
Yeah, it was hard enough moving out of our small town to the next town, let alone coming all this way.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you've been here for how long now?
About 12 years, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now you call Australia home?
Yeah, we do. We love it now, but it took me a long time to adjust.
Yeah.
The anxiety and took over quite a lot. On the flight over, I was absolutely hopeless. The air hostesses had me on the back seats, laid down. I was I was vomiting, I got dehydrated, it was terrible. And I think the worst part for me was the fact that I wasn't able to be there for my girls.
Right.
Because, we were also taking them away from their friends and family, and I was just an absolute mess.
Right. But you overcame that.
I did, yes. And really, as difficult as it was, Cameron had to go to work, I had the girls, I had to sort them out, and I really just had to put my big girl pants on and get on with it, because Cameron was working long hours. I couldn't expect him to do everything, but it was difficult. I met some really good friends, and they could see that I wasn't quite right, and ended up taking me to the doctors, where I was diagnosed with severe depression, which was pretty awful. I cried so much. I've never cried so much in my life, and they helped me through. I saw a counsellor. I did go on meds for it, but I really just had to be an adult and step up and do what needed to be done. Otherwise, oh my gosh, I think Cameron would have put me on a plane back to New Zealand otherwise.
I love that.
Yeah.
I had to adult, I had to put my big girl's pants on, and then away you went.
Yeah.
And sometimes we need to be our own cheerleader, don't we?
Yeah, I think so too. I don't have a lot of confidence, and even less back then. I'm not good at public speaking or meeting new people. When I was a child, because I've had anxiety all my life, And when I was younger, I wouldn't go to a birthday party unless my big sister could come with me.
Right.
I did everything with her, and if it wasn't her, it was friends. I literally had never done anything on my own.
Wow.
Because it just overwhelmed me too much.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you drove here alone. You're sitting here. You're on Facebook Live.
I know. I can't.
You are
I can't believe
publicly
it.
speaking right now.
I know.
And you're involved in a very well-known networking group, and you do a lot of public speaking as part of that group as well.
I do. And again, my husband kind of put me in a position. He couldn't join it because he was, the mechanic doing all the work. So, and he made me feel a bit guilty and said, well, if you want to help this business and help it grow, you have to join. And I did. I chose a small group to start with that had some really amazing, supportive ladies in it. Any of the training and events that were on, either one of them would take me because they knew that I was pretty bad. But now I'm quite comfortable with it. Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as you said, I've taken on a leadership role, which, even a couple of years ago, I would never ever have dreamed that I would have the confidence or the ability to do something like that. So I was honoured when I was asked. I really was quite honoured.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, I can just imagine just how nerve-wracking that would have been for you to start with, but then take that step forward and go, right, time to put the big girl's pants on, and away you went. And now I would not have even guessed when I first met you and when I saw you presenting in front of public like that, in front of people, I just would not have guessed. You're so confident with the way you present yourself, and you've done
good.
such a great job.
Yeah, I have most definitely come a long way. It's an amazing group to join because it doesn't only help your business, but it helps with personal growth. I wouldn't be sitting here now, I don't think, if I hadn't have joined or been forced to join something like that. Yeah.
Literally pushed into
I
the
was.
deep end.
I really was. And my husband knew too that it was going to do me the world of good. And he knew that once I got comfortable with it and I got to know a few people, he knew I'd love it.
Yes.
And I do.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
What you did, Linda, is you got out of your own way. You got out of your own way and you're like, time to step up. And we all know that fixed mindset really doesn't get us anywhere. No. It's when we have a growth mindset that we're better able to then explore possibilities and seek those opportunities. And that level, that also allows us to increase our level of awareness, right?
Definitely.
Not only in our internal state, but what's around us as well. And that, to me, is what drives growth.
Yeah, definitely. Looking back, I definitely held myself back an awful lot because I would just say, I can't do it. I can't do it. My mum would just say, oh, you're just shy, or and things like this. So as much as they tried to encourage me to do things, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Really difficult to make decisions. I remember going travelling around New Zealand with a really amazing girlfriend, and I remember her saying, where should we go next? And I'd be like, oh, wherever you want to go. And she's a very strong, independent lawyer now, and she would say to me, for God's sake, make a decision. And I would be like, don't be so mean to me. But she was so right. I just needed to make a decision. And I think I was just afraid that if I said somewhere and that's not where she wanted to go, It was, it's terrible. Yeah.
And we can fall into that trap so often about what would other people think and what would other people say, and we just worry so much about what others think. But the question is, well, what is it that you want? You know, what is it that you want? And Linda, if you could go back to, say, your 25 or 30 year young self, what advice would you give yourself?
Oh, just do it. Just friggin' do it. Absolutely. Yeah. I had no ambition. I had no desire to travel, and it was simply because I didn't have the confidence to do any of it. My first trip was to the Gold Coast on our honeymoon. First time on a plane, first trip out of New Zealand. And that's ridiculous, you know.
Right.
Yeah, we have the ability to see the world, so we should. But I just didn't want to. I was too scared to.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And there's this acronym about fear. It's face everything and run, or what was it called? What was it? Face everything and run, or I've completely had a mind blank, so I've forgotten. But it's the whole purpose of it is to rise, to step up and rise and face your fear. And fear is really just an illusion, really, isn't it? It's we fabricate these thoughts and these feelings that half the time don't even manifest, don't even eventuate. They're just made up in our mind, and that fear often gets in the way of growth and opportunities.
Definitely.
So well done, and congratulations on
Thank
overcoming that fear and giving yourself that confidence boost. So where to from here? Where, now that you've found and reclaimed that confidence, where do you think you'll go now?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I still do have some anxiety. You know, like for example, the first time I had to come here and meet up with you, you know, I studied the map. I looked at where I had to go. I had to see everything visually before I could even come. And I do that with any new place I'm going to. So I still have a long way to go, I think. But I believe with your help, I think that I'm going to be able to. My goal is to get off my medication. I would love to get off my medication, and I think with your help, and my family's help, because I've told them that's what I want to do. I think I can do it.
Yeah. But you see, growth is so everlasting. It's a state. It's forever.
Absolutely.
You just never stop learning.
Yeah.
You know. And you know what? Sometimes people look at me and say, "How come you're so positive? And how come you're always?" Trust me, I still fall into those anxious feelings and emotions as well. Believe me, right? But I have those coping strategies to help me overcome them, and the important thing to notice that it's an emotion to help recognize. And in mindfulness, that's what we do. We help acknowledge those feelings, those thoughts, without judgment. But we come from a place of curiosity. Right? So when we come from a place of curiosity and we think, oh, I wonder why I was triggered to that situation. I wonder why I felt like this, or that person made me feel this way. And when we come from a place of curiosity, we're less judgmental, and we're more open to then recognizing that, hey, you know, there is something there that needs to work on, that we need to work on. It's our level of perception. And when we acknowledge that perception, then we take so much pressure on us. You know, those of us who are high performers, you know, perfectionist. I play that card really well. Right? We just want the best for everything that we do, which isn't bad, but when it gets to the point where it can debilitate your personal life and professional life, that's when we need to sort of go, hang on a minute. You know, let's have a look back.
Let's have a look at that.
But I honour you for being here, sharing your story and with the world, and just brave enough, because you know, you can come into a fork in the road. You know, every one of us have come to that fork in the road, right? There's this side towards growth, or there's this side towards stagnation. So which way do we want to go? If we want to achieve this, that, and the other, well, we want to lean towards the path of growth.
Yeah.
Or if we want to, remain stagnant and not seek out opportunities, that's where, unfortunately, where we will remain is stuck into that space. But you've stepped up, with the help of the appropriate support and network around you.
Yeah, definitely.
So well done.
And I think, if I didn't have my girls, because they're a huge motivation, because I think I put them through a lot when we moved over here. I think if I didn't have them, I'm not sure how things would have gone, but.
Shout out to those girls out there. Well done, girls, for helping mum and support mum.
And they still do. They're amazing. They know I don't hide, the issues that I've had or do have. I share them with them. In fact, one of my girls said to me before I came here, "Don't share too much, Mum. You're a sharer."
Bless.
Yeah. So they know. They're aware of it all, and they are amazing support. So
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Good job, girls. Well done. All right. So, how are you liking your tea? You like it?
Love it.
It's got fennel and all these other, and it's called Relax. How good's that?
Yeah. Look at that.
How good's that?
Yeah.
All right. So, a couple of questions here. All right. What legacy would you like to leave the world?
Oh, I don't know about the world,
Or your
but
family.
I know I would like my girls I'd like them to see that you can overcome some pretty strong emotions, and I want them to know that that woman can do anything, and I'm one of those women that does a lot of the stuff that men do. I want them to move out of home and be able to hang a picture on the wall
I love it.
and learn how to use power tools and just be as independent as they can be. And I would like them to be able to say, even to their children, "Your nana taught me how to do all this." I think that would be cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
And what an honour and privilege they would be feeling right now of having this mother who's leading the way for them. That's beautiful.
I hope so.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, some rapid fire questions. All right. So, what's your favourite food?
Loaded fries.
Ooh. If you had superpowers, what would that be and why?
Oh gosh. I think fly.
Ooh.
So then I could fly back to New Zealand whenever I wanted to and visit people.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Favourite holiday destination?
Well, I haven't been to a lot of places. Gold Coast, when we were living in New Zealand, we'd come to Gold Coast all the time. We've been to Fiji, Bali, and that's really about as far as Cameron could get me. I would have to say the Gold Coast, probably.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And what do you do in your free time?
I'm quite crafty. I've got a craft room at home. I love to sew. I'll sit and watch TV and knit. I make decorations. I do all sorts of crafting stuff. If someone's having a birthday or something, I'll make all the decorations. And of course we're renovating the house, so that takes up a lot of spare time. And camping.
I love it.
Yeah, love camping.
Love it.
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite quote?
I think it's funny because I did bring my notebook, which you saw.
I love it.
And in the front of my notebook, as you can see, I've written stuff because one of the things that helped me get through my anxiety and particularly my depression was writing.
Nice.
I wrote a lot. I went through so many notebooks.
Wow.
Sometimes it would just be one word. Other times it would be a whole blooming story. But writing is my thing. And so one of the ones I've got on here is believe you can and you are halfway there.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, because I think if I didn't believe in myself even half, I God knows where I'd be now.
And that belief that you had in yourself, followed by an inspired action, has got you where you are today.
Yeah,
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Definitely.
Any last minute wisdoms or words of pearls that you'd like to share with the world? If there was someone out there who might be going through something similar to what you're experiencing or what you've gone through, what are some of the things that you'd like to share with them?
I think I said to you, like when I've had my severe anxiety attacks that lasted for hours and I'd end up in hospital, in those moments there just did not seem to be anything that could get me through them. But the less severe ones have been more about putting the big girl pants on and just adulting and getting on with it. And of course support. Yeah. You've got to have great support. You've got to have girlfriends that you can ring up in desperation. You've got to be able to talk to your partner and family and what have you, and if need be, get the appropriate help. Yeah. I've seen many counsellors over the years who have helped me with strategies and things. So yeah.
And it's important to note that those of you who may be experiencing something like this, you're not alone.
Absolutely
you're not alone. There is help out there, and with the right appropriate help and assistance, you will get through this. Right?
Definitely.
We put the big girl's pants on or big boy pants on, and
yeah, definitely. And there is great support. We live in such a fantastic country that you can get the support that you need. And then, if some of us, if you're lucky enough, like myself, to meet someone like Sheb, then, you're going to get amazing support. So,
I love that.
I feel honoured that that we were able to meet. And I'm a great believer in things happen for a reason. You meet people for a reason, and so on and so on. And I think.
But you're a great inspiration.
Thank you.
I honour you for being here, for sharing your story with the world, for being brave enough to be here in this space right now. And there are people out there that don't even have the capacity that what you've just delivered now.
And I really do hope that there are people out there who might reach out to us, because I would love to help anybody who.
Amazing.
Because it is awful. It's a horrible, debilitating condition to have. So if you can overcome it, then
And you feel empowered by that, don't you?
Oh my gosh,
and then empowered people empower others.
Yeah.
And it becomes this beautiful ripple effect that we begin to create around the world.
Definitely. Oh yeah.
That's amazing. I'm sure your daughters are probably watching right now, so super proud of you.
So. I hope I didn't share too much, Hannah.
I love it. Feel free to add some any comments or any questions that you may have for either one of us. Feel free to add some comments and share what you got out of this talk. We'd love to hear from you. If you're watching us on replay, #replay for us. Feel free to share this with your friends or family who you think this might help. And that's what it's all about. It's about helping each other grow, allowing us to feel that we're not alone, that there are support out there. And that's what this group was set up during lockdown, to help support others. And we were doing weekly Zooms where I was checking in with everyone. So you feel the call, feel free to share this with others who you think might benefit. Linda, thank you so much for being here.
Welcome.
It was such an honour to have you here, and being brave enough and demanding yourself to say, right, we're going to put the big girl's pants on.
Yeah, and I definitely feel empowered after doing this. So,
high five.
Yeah.
High five. How liberating is it, right?
Oh, it's so liberating. Yeah. to have held myself back for so many years, it's like a whole new freedom.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. And I hope that you can get out of your way. I hope that some of this has been very helpful for you. And I just want to thank you again for watching. And again, feel free to put any comments down, any words of wisdom that you might have. Feel free to share them on the comments below. And thank you again, Linda.
Thank you.
I look forward to connecting more once we're out of this. But thank you, everyone, and look forward to our next guest, I suppose. Keep tuned, keep sharing, keep the love, the inspiration, and the motivation flowing. Love to you all. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.